Well, hello, hello. Um, hello, welcome. I am shockingly enough not late. I mean, I'm late, but only by a minute. So that's within the God. What was it? That's like an acceptable error within the error of something. That I don't remember exactly what it's called, but when you have like measuring instruments, like a ruler or the protractor. That's the second thing I thought about. It's like if your ruler can only measure within a centimeter, you have like a centimeter error because that's only as accurate as your results can be. Even if you know it's not exactly like, let's say, 15 centimeters your result. The same with a protractor. Like if it can only measure to the nearest angle, it's like give or take an angle, like how close you are. So that's like within a calculating error or measuring error or something, but I haven't studied that in ages, so I genuinely do not remember. And also, clocks go by seconds, not minutes. That's point number 2 that I just remembered. Anyway, hello, welcome. This is Legends Arceus. Shockingly enough, because in this game you don't need Herba Mystica, and I don't have Herba Mystica, but I want a shiny hunt, so it's this game. Yay! I'm very much looking forward to it. We'll be doing what I normally do, which is just hope that a mass outbreak appears. And I mean, they will. They appear very often after you've finished Legends Arceus, and I think there's a side quest that opens the mass outbreaks. So they appear very often. God, I haven't played this game in ages. So let's see how it goes. Oh wait, headphones on. This is a great game. This one has shiny sounds. But I need to actually, have my headphones on to hear them. Yes, sir. I just said that they appear very often and I do not have a massive mass outbreak. I need to remember how to work with this game. I haven't in ages. So I should be able to go to the secondary camp, the bog hound camp, which will be closer. This will be a very terrible attempt because, again, I haven't played this game in ages. So I need to get used to the controls. You hope that they are the same. That's the wrong thing. That they are same or at least similar to Scarlet and Violet. And I mean, they're similar, as in you can use the same controller. That's the wrong one. B is speed up, okay. I'm just so used to speeding up with pushing the joystick. No shinies. That I tried doing that. Oh, that's just an alpha. I was like, wait, is that an orange petalil? Nope, that was just the glowing eyes of evil. Map, nope. Oh, minus is the map. Again, you can tell I'm not used to this game anymore. I was trying all the buttons like X and Y. Okay, all the buttons too. To get to the map. And it just alerted the alpha petalil even more. But yeah, it's minus. Minus is how you get to... Minus is map. Y is apparently speed up, but like with the angle, at least in Braviary. B is speed up. Okay, Cobalt Coastland, I think this was called, or Alabaster Islands. Let's go to the coastland. I don't know why I like that one more. Let's go beachside camp. It will take me somewhere. It'll take me to the beach side, which generally isn't the correct way, but let's ignore that. Oh wait, I already have Braviary. That's still the wrong button. Plus is the map. I'm just trying to push my right joystick and trying to turn the map, and it's not working. I need to stop doing that. Okay, this is pretty close, so let's go here. Over there-ish. Oh. I'm pushing the joystick again to speed up, and it's not working. And I'm like, why isn't this working? That's how the game is supposed to work. Still the wrong game. I don't know if I'm close enough. Because, like, it's not giving me the outbreak notice. Oh, I could be far away because I did it wrong. Hot suck, hot suck. Let's try this again. Oh, I was so far away from the outbreak. Or, like, not super, but pretty far away, nonetheless. It's over there. That explains why those Glamnos weren't doing anything. it's not a Glamio outbreak. That's what the problem was. It's just two random Glamios over there chilling, and I'm destroying their date. And this is where the Y is useful. Still no shinies. Yeah, let's go here. Oopsie. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. I don't remember what that outbreak was, but don't hurt me. I am frail. I am just a human. You can hurt my Pokemon. They're less frail than me. Oh, I know what I should have. I was thinking of what text. Okay, I don't hear shiny sound. I was thinking of what text I should have, like, below. And I was wondering, like, what I used to have there, and I couldn't remember. And I was just like, yeah, let's put mass outbreak. Because, again, when I try to shiny hunt, I only go after massive mass outbreaks. And I totally forgot I used to have a shiny counter there. It was like, how many shinies do I have so far? I think I'll do that after this massive mass outbreak, since I remembered that that's a thing. And I think it looks better. I don't know, maybe it doesn't. But at least it helps keep count. It's been a very long time since I played Legends Arceus. But this game is relaxing. You can just go where you know there's already something. Again, like where you already know there's an outbreak. I still go through a lot of those things. Where you already know there's a outbreak. You don't need to do a sandwich. That tend to be very stressful because, at least for me, sandwiches tend to topple over. Oh, it does look like a hand. Sorry. You don't need to, you don't even need to watch. You can just do whatever. Just listen, because there's this shiny sound. I remember, like, on Monday, so 2 days ago, I was shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet, and it was, like, I did 2 sandwiches, and for both of them, I felt like I was gonna have a heart attack. Sorry, just quiet so that I can hear. Nothing. I felt like I was gonna have a heart attack because I needed a lot of ingredients and they were falling all over each other. It was terrible. And then I was just like, I just went as close to my screen as I possibly could while still sitting in the chair. And I was just hoping I would see a shiny. That's Margellus. And then Arcanine. Nope. Yeah, so I was just hoping I would see a shiny while not knowing what half the Pokemon that spawned had as their shiny. I thought Corphish was a blue shiny. Apparently it's like purplish pinkish. So you can tell it apart from the normal one, but it was also a very different color than I expected it to be. So that was a fun one. And I'm also glad for this game because Sneasler is much better at climbing than at least my bicycle lizard. You can see these are... Gravelers are easy to tell, they're like golden, so it's again easy to tell from like a distance. But then there's Pokemon like I'm pretty sure I have 2 shiny Kadabra. And like I'm not saying it's impossible to tell the difference between Abra and a between a shiny and an unshiny Kadabra. Like yeah, a shiny one is much lighter, or like it's paler at least to a degree. But it's not exactly super easy to tell. It's still a bit of a, maybe, especially based on the lighting. And it also helps that if you have a massive mass outbreak, there's multiple of the Pokemon. Like, let's say there wasn't the shiny sound. You can just stand them next to each other and see it. You don't need to, of course, because shiny sounds, but you could. Oh, I think this is the outbreak. It was the outbreak. That's still the wrong button. I did Y again. I always do that, don't I? Oh, goodness me. Bird. And I need to go over there, but I can't because it won't let me go straight through the lava. So this is actually the fastest option, to go on the edges and then onto the island over there. Island over there. Yay. Who's next? Another fish outbreak. Dude. I hope nothing happens on Saturday and I'm able to stream because I really want to stream on Saturday. I decided that I want to do like Monday to Wednesday Pokemon and then Saturday's non-Pokemon, and I have something that I've been wanting to play for ages. But since I decided that I want that, you know, I'll be streaming non-Pokemon stuff, I wanted to leave it until until a stream, that one game. So I just really want to play it, and I've been looking forward to it for the past like 2 weeks, but something always happened, so I couldn't play it sadly, but hopefully this week. I just wanted to have it already, come on life. Okay, so Stantler to Braviary, one right button, I do need to go to the left. Yeah. I don't know, is this slower or faster than Miraidon? I think it might be objectively slower. Yeah. I think it might be slower than Miraidon in that I think Miraidon might climb a bit faster. But I think because, at least for me personally, once I get like halfway there or to the top, something happens and half the time Miraidon just stops climbing. And then I have the issue that, okay, I need to go over there, so I do need Braviary. And then I have the issue that it stops climbing and it just refuses to go back up, or just refuses to continue climbing. So, I don't know, we get like stuck in one spot-ish. Oh, there's the Misfortune Sister right among these. I don't think any of them are shiny. Nope. Dip out. We're dipping. Yeah, no shinies. Oh well. At least it's less stressful than Scarlet and Violet, where it's like, did I miss it? I swear I just went around killing all the Poliwags and hoping that one of them wasn't shiny, because what do I know? Okay, let me change this. So far 0. Now let's center it a bit. Give or take. That's about centered. And let's go back. Wait, why do I have slippers? Why did I give her slippers? I didn't even notice that. I did that like way back when and forgot about it. Oh god. You know how parents dress their children? I don't think I should ever be allowed to do that if I ever have kids. That sounds like something the kids would get bullied for. I think the best move over here is to just fly over to this camp and start going from above. Because there's nothing down here. Like no outbreaks. Over there. I might have chosen the wrong, right Pokemon. Just Damasnows. There's one more here, which is pretty close, and then I'd say go down here, and then fly here, and take care of these 3. Yeah, that could work. I just need to orientate myself a bit. Thank you, bestie. Okay. I also do miss Sneezer with this because it's... You saw it, right? It just climbs all the trees it can. And at least Miraidon doesn't do that, if nothing else. I mean, it sucks in various other ways, but at least it doesn't do this. Oh yeah, over there. But I don't think, yeah, these aren't shiny. So fly back here again, and I'll take care of them in, like, descending-ish order. Yeah, that could work, God, I have no clue what to talk about, honestly. Like, during the gameplay, you talk about the game. When there's people chatting, you talk with them. I'm just kind of, no clue what's happening, or like what I'm supposed to do. Oh yeah. This is very funny. I don't know if other people have this, but my school in some ways doesn't make sense. This isn't like, I noticed it before, right? But like, for instance, what I have to do currently for an assignment is that we're doing, I'm studying bioinformatics, right? So we're working with different like assembly tools, and sorry, one sec. Okay, that was just a flower. I saw a purple in blue, and I was like, that's a different color. How is that meant to shiny? Because Shinx is golden. Yeah, so we're working with different like assembly softwares to assemble genes. Doesn't matter. Point is, like, there's different ways to do it, and one of the assignments we have is shiny. One of the assignments, or like part of the assignment we have, is like, hey, you know, this type of graph a software can make based on like how do I put this? In genome assembly, like, oftentimes, or like, you need to assemble stuff that was broken down in earlier analysis, right? So you can have just like, I don't know, very few, like, let's say 2 or 3, not that few, but you can have like sequences of a very short length, and you need to put them into a bigger one, right? And different softwares work on that differently, or they have a different way of doing that. And so one of the assignments is like, hey, you know these 2 types of graphs that the software can create, or this is how the software works? Well, make that in real life, or like make that by hand. And for one of them, that's like relatively okay, but for the second one, that would genuinely take like 2 hours to do it by hand. So I haven't done it yet, and I kind of, for what I wrote there for now, which I might replace, or I might submit it as is, was if I did this manually, because that's what you're expecting me to do, it will take ages, so I'm not doing it. Like, here you have something, here I am showing you that I know how it works. I, like, did something, showed, like, explained how it works, but I'm kind of telling the teacher, like, I'm refusing to work on this because this is utterly stupid to do it manually. Oh, shiny! God, okay. Okay, what you're supposed to do, can I save? You're supposed to save before shiny. Awesome. Hello. Since you already know about me, I'm just gonna, you know, Ultra Ball. If they weren't aggressive, or I could come from behind, it would be better to, like, catch him surprised, the Graveler. But like this, I think this is just the easiest. Someone is level 84 and it's got a type advantage. That should be fine. Yeah, we're fine. As long as the shiny Graveler doesn't use the explosion, we're fine. And even then, I saved, so it'll be fine. Okay, let's just keep going, throwing Ultra Balls and hope it works. But yeah, the reason I say it's like something weird that my school sometimes does is because this isn't in my program, but I've heard from some ID students that they had an assignment that was just write a code regarding something, doesn't matter what, but it was literally just write a code and write it on paper. And everyone who's heard of that is just like, that's the most nonsensical thing I've ever heard. Like, what use is code on paper going to be? Like, if it's at least in a computer, you can copy paste it if nothing else to see if it works, but when it's on paper, it's like, you can look at it, and you can, I guess, write it down wherever you need it, but it's just so meaningless on a paper. Shiny! Yay! Oh god, I have stuff I need to do over the weekend. Not that would stop me from... Anyway. Not something that would stop me from streaming on Saturday, but I just realized I need to upload all the videos I haven't so far on the VODs channel and, you know, actually finish working with the ones I did already upload. There's some that I have uploaded, but I don't have, like, thumbnail for. I was thinking of the word for thumbnail and I was like, clickbait? No, that's not the word. I don't have a thumbnail. I have like description and... Oh, it's on the other side. Awesome. I have a description and a title for most of them. I think maybe a few are missing it because I was just tired when I was doing it. But I don't think I have a thumbnail for like most of them, or if any of them. I think they're thumbnailless. Oh, that's deciduous. That's so cool. It's wonderful that the first time I did shiny hunting in this game, I was like, okay, I don't know what the shiny sound sounds like, because I never play games with sound, and so I had to Google, or like I went to YouTube and I was like, okay, just for safety's sake, so that I know what the shiny sound sounds like, and this time it was just like, I mean, hopefully I remember it. Something will happen. Oh, I think it was because I wasn't sure if I would be able to tell apart the shiny sound from the sound of the flute when you're calling like Braviary friends. Which I think is a genuine something that could happen. They are shockingly similar. Or, like, not that similar, but yeah, they're pretty similar. I mean, it's still just a sound you don't expect, I guess, but it's a sound you don't expect. What can I say? Yay, shiny! I don't think I had a Graveler. That's nice. Oh, ka-ching! And on to the next one. Return to the village so that I can do more massive mass outbreaks. Oh. I need to take off my glasses. I didn't even know why I'm wearing them. I think I'm just more used to it now. But it's still hurting my eyes to a degree. So I'll just take them off and hopefully I hear stuff. Let's go. And the loading screen is much faster than in Legends, than in Scarlet and Violet too. Who would have guessed? Genuinely, that might be one of my biggest issues with Scarlet and Violet. It just takes so long for everything to load. Like, you start a cutscene, okay, cutscenes are maybe fast, but everything else, like, if you go between zones, even though there aren't many of them, it just takes ages to load everything. No Chinese, and they're really pissed. Whoopsie. Please don't kill me, ghost balloons that abduct children, but only the light ones. If the child is, you know, chubby, then you don't kidnap them. If there's any more of that story, it's don't be a thin kid. And this button, yes! I finally remembered which direction it is in. I mean Braviary. Yep, nothing. They're pissed at me, which isn't good. Yeah, let's go here, and then I can fly and go here. Yeah, and then I can fly and do these. That works. Whoopsie. Don't kill me! I am not... Please don't kill me. I don't want to die. I just want to get shinies. I'm leaving you alone. Yeah, that's that. I was worried initially that like I would be so far away I wouldn't hear the shiny sound, or that it wouldn't play. So that's how I found my first shiny. I was just too far away to hear the shiny sound, shockingly enough. And I'm not saying that just because I didn't have shiny sounds back then. I did actually turn it on. When I saw the shiny, it was a shiny Gyarados. It was the flying one. I actually turned on the sound when I saw it just flying around, and I needed to get a bit closer than I already was to actually be able to hear the sound. But if it's just if it's during massive mass outbreaks, the text that tells you that like you found a massive mass outbreak, that you found the Pokemon that were reported, it happens like around the same time or a bit later, or you need to be a bit more closer than the shiny sound. I think there's like further distance you can have from a shiny for the shiny sound than from a massive mass outbreak for it to be said that like you found the Pokemon reported. So as long as you see the sign that like you found a reported Pokemon, if you didn't hear the sound, you know there's no shiny there. Oh, I'm slightly off once again. But I'm still off. Over there. Nope. Yep. If I remember correctly. And this happened only once, but I remember it because it was like, oh my god, how am I gonna figure this out? I had a massive mass outbreak, and I was like close to one of the spots, and I heard a shiny sound. And it wasn't from the outbreak, it was just a random Staravia or something just flying around somewhere. And I was like, oh my god, how am I gonna figure out like which of these Pokemon is shiny? It could be literally anywhere. Or maybe I wasn't even close to the outbreak yet, but it was like something like that I was flying to an outbreak and then there was just a random shiny sound. And it was a Staravia that was just somewhere. So it took me ages to figure out where it is. Again, Staravia have not good shiny. It's hard to see. Or hard to tell apart from the normal one. It's still better than having no shiny sounds, but it can be also a bit confusing. But yeah, as I said, still better than no shiny sound. Then you can, per chance, like, let's throw in a random example that totally didn't happen to anyone. You can find a random Rockruff in the grass, and even though it's right before you, you don't see that it's shiny because you have a bad eyesight and the Rockruff's blue just blends in very nicely to the grass. And you almost don't catch a shiny, and the only reason you do catch it is because you thought Rockruff didn't appear in Palladium Pokédex and you are trying to find Pokemon that didn't appear in Palladium Pokédex but only in the Teal Mask Pokédex. Again, completely theoretically, not that this ever happened to anyone. For those who don't know, that happened to me. As I said, absolutely theoretical. Over there. Oh, another thing I appreciate about this game that I don't think you appreciate as much before playing Scarlet and Violet. The stupid bicycle lizard can continuously fly for like 5 seconds and then it just has a descent, then it just goes down. I have no clue why they designed it that way. Braviary, even though like it has a, if you click the speed up, it has a gradual descent. You can see that, but other than that, it like keeps pretty much the same altitude. I don't even remember if you can speed up Miraidon, I'll be honest. I think you can't. Maybe you can, I'm not entirely certain, I won't lie. But I know that whether you speed it up or not, after a few seconds, it just starts going straight down instead of keeping an angle or anything. Which again, you don't notice that, or you don't see how, you know, great Braviary is until you have to deal with that. That is genuinely very annoying. I have many gripes about Miraidon / Koraidon. Because let's be honest, they're like one and the same. At least in this aspect. And yes, that is all of them. Unless I talked over some shiny sounds, we did not find any shiny, sadly. Sadness. Tears. Contemplating meaning of life. What else can I talk about? I already complained about school again. I complain about school like every once in a while. We can check you out, but you're not important. Wrong button again. Yeah, I think this is closest to... Oh wait, not the base camp. This is like the secondary camp. Mountain camp, I think it says. I could be totally wrong. It could be the other one. And I just don't know which one's which. Let's see. Over there. Oh, I did choose the right one. Nice. I don't do names well. So it was like, I mean, one of them is gonna be it. I think that's just plants. And I think I saw them over there. Luxrays. Luxio? Luxio, I think is the middle one. Now the question is this the middle one or is this the big one? That I do not know. I did not notice. I think this was the middle one, which would be Luxio. Jinx, Luxio, Luxray, yeah. At least I think. I still can't believe I have her wearing slippers. I think this is what I decided just fit best with the outfit for some reason. But it's still just slippers. That's so stupid. Oh god, why does she have slippers? Oh god, they're also far away. I think the best way to do it is take these 3, then fly here and just do a whoosh thingy. I tried to show it with the cursor. I'm not really good at explaining shapes. It's just like vague and mysterious. Like in real life, I just show stuff with my hands as much as I can so people get the general idea of what I mean. Here it's apparently just, you know, cursor because that's the best I have. In this case. Oh, that was Buizel. I thought that was... God, I genuinely don't see it. Like that was a Buizel outbreak, and I thought that was a Vulpix outbreak. I don't think Vulpix is even spawned in this area. Now that I think about it. Oh goodness me. Go here. Hello, Chatots. They're shockingly aggressive. They do actually attack. I don't know why, but I wouldn't expect Chatots to attack you, but they do. It's the wrong one, wait. Oh, I was already on Braviary. I thought I was on Stantler. Sorry, Wordier. Lord Wordier. I think that explains stuff. Speed. You must be speed, Braviary, so that I can make it before the rain stops. I found the Pokemon that reported. Awesome. I think I can fly here. Yeah, I think I can do it without the fly spot, just flying there. And there's a mountain, let's not. I didn't notice there was gonna be a mountain. Climbing is too annoying. Let's just not do that. Let's just not climb if we must not. Or we need not. Hello, Sampler. I think this happens to a lot of people. Oh, that's a weird year. I was like, why is there one of the gray ones? Because I know that a Sandler, the color of the shiny is green, and I was like, why is there a white one? That makes no sense. And it was a weird year. I have my own one. I'm writing it all the time, and I just forget what it looks like. But yeah, I think this is like a very common thing. But for the longest time, I kept confusing Stantler and God, what's the other thing called? The thing that evolves from Deerling. Sawsbuck. Right, Sawsbuck. Like, I don't think I do it anymore, but, you know, sometimes I blank out on Sawsbuck. Because I didn't play Gen 5, and, let's just say it's a very forgettable Pokemon. Maybe it was a very forgettable Pokemon in Gen 5 as well, but that's not the point. Point is, it's very forgettable. Deerling is cute, and, you know, it's got, like, you can see the gimmick with seasons much more because it changes the colors, while Sawsbuck, it actually has much more, yet at the same time much less. Like, it changes the stuff it has on the horns, I think, which, in a way, it's, like, more, but it's, like, I think more is happening, like, the hooves are... There's like things around the hooves that change, things around the neck, and things on the horns. Like there's either 4 or there isn't, or there's sleeves and stuff. Oh, that's just the game. Like, so kind of there's things that happen. So kind of there's things that happen, and again, like, number-wise, it might be more than Deerling because Deerling just changes the color, but like visually, a color change is much bigger than, you know, having flowers or leaves in the horns. So I think Deerling is maybe more memorable because of that. And also, I stopped watching Pokemon anime around like Black and White, X and Y, something like that. I didn't really like Black and White. and X and Y was only subbed when I was watching it, but I was, or like, when I got to it, yeah, around the time I found or like was watching Pokemon, X and Y was only subbed, but I was so used to watching dubbed, I just couldn't listen to the subbed version. Oh, Bunny Rays, hello friends. So I just couldn't watch the subbed version. It was just like killing me. So I think that might also be the reason. Uh, in that I watched Black and White at least to a degree, and I'm pretty sure someone had a Deerling, or they were like, they appeared fairly early on. No, I need to run away from these losers. Because I think I remember Deerlings from the anime as well, so that could be it as well. That could be it too. That it just helps. I don't know if anyone had Salzbug in the anime, honestly. Maybe I was just too blanking out at that point because it was so mind-numbingly boring and repetitive. Personal opinion. But yeah, Geolink I think was pretty early on. Leo. Do we want to do Skuntank or Massive Mass Outbreak? Massive Mass Outbreak, right? What, I think I can do this one, and then I can fly here and do this one. The more I look at this part, the more it looks like a hand. Like there's fingers here, and I'm 99% sure this is a fingernail. Or at least it looks like it. Ah. Oh well. Let's go to the left. To give or take. One of my teachers, like, I don't know why we did this. Oh yeah, we had like a language teacher who was, it wasn't just language, it was like culture partially as well. But yeah, I think sometimes she was like, okay, this happened only a few times, but I think I remember her being, I just remember this because of the whole left right. Left right. Yeah, I don't think any of these are shiny. So sometimes she would ask us like, hey, do you know where this like thing is? Like a historical monument or whatever. Or a castle or something like that. We have a lot of those. And I would be like, yeah, I know, it's like to the east, but I couldn't remember like how to say east. So I would be just like, yeah, right. Because on the map, if you have a map, east is always right. So I was like, that direction on the map. And she was like, for the last time, do not say right. I may have said it one too many times and she was very pissed. But like, I think theoretically I was right because again, maps, you have them situated so right is east. So it wasn't like the right, like correct, because yes, it is east, not right, but again, I couldn't remember how to say east. And that happened a few times. I very often blank out on like world directions. Not in English, but in Czech, I blank out on world directions. Not just world directions, actually, a lot of stuff. That's why it's fun. Kind of fun, kind of super annoying. When my grandma's reading Harry Potter now, and I'm helping her translate the stuff she doesn't understand. But the problem she doesn't understand is that like, I do speak Czech, yes. However, even when I know what a word means in English, I cannot always find like the correct translation that would fit into the sentence for it to make sense in Czech. I can like give or take tell her what it's supposed to mean, but I can't give her like the correct translation because I just can't think of it. And then she misunderstands what I'm meaning by it, that I'm like, oh, it means something like this, by which I mean like I cannot come up with the word that this is in essence the meaning. And she's like, oh yeah, I get it, it means that. And it's just like, half the time it's something completely different than what I was even telling her initially. And I'm like, lady, how did you come up with that? This isn't exactly the same thing, but today, I was helping her translate when I came back from school. The lady, she read, again, she's reading Harry Potter, and there was a description that the sky went from like velvet blue to like cold steely gray or something. And she was like, oh yeah, I know what this means. It went from, I'm saying this in English obviously, but it went from, you know, velvet, that I think means this, blue, to cold steel green. And I'm like, what? Lady, you used to teach English. How in the world did you think? Where in the world did you get that gray is green? Like, they do start on the same two letters. I will give you that. That is where the similarities end between those two. So, like, at least she wasn't super insistent on that one, but sometimes she's super insistent on what she thinks is written there, but she doesn't. And then I start arguing with her because, like, if you're gonna ask me because you don't know what some word means, then please don't argue with me when I tell you what the word is supposed to mean, whether it be in the context or in general. Because again, sometimes she's just like, oh yeah, I don't know what this means, but I'm sure it means this, and I'm like, nope. Next one. But she's so insistent sometimes, which, kudos to you, stand by what you believe in, but also not when it's translations, because translations, they do have an actual meaning. There is an actual correct translation to stuff. So it was fun today because my mom was there as well, so I would tell my grandma something like, this around is what it means, or this is like the translation, but I don't know how to put it like so that it's linguistically correct. And then mom, who actually, you know, is fluent and does speak much better than me, is like, in Czech we would put it this way. So grandma had two helpers. Which is somehow, to me, is absolutely hilarious that my grandmother, who used to be an English teacher, is somehow worse than my mother, who outright says, I do not speak English. She's actually pretty good at English, for, you know, all intents and purposes. Magbees, hello. She isn't fluent, but again, she's pretty good. Like, she catches most of the words we say. The biggest problem when me or my sister try to talk is that we speak very quickly. But yeah, so she's helping me translate Harry Potter to my used-to-be English teacher grandma. We have a good family. Sometimes my sister helps out because some of the things my grandma needs is like, I genuinely don't understand what she's trying to read. So sometimes I just text my sister on Discord and I'm like, hey bestie, are you free? And she's like, either yes or no, or she's asleep so she doesn't respond. But I just message her, and then if she can and if she's willing to, I send her to go read it for me, because the way grandma reads is just, half the time I don't understand what the lady is saying. And then I cannot translate when I don't know what she's saying. So yeah, it's a family bonding activity. Right? Yeah, I did accidentally desummon it. But it's still fun. Or maybe it's fun because it's so chaotic. Sometimes the more chaotic, the better. I'm wondering how long I plan to be here. I genuinely have no clue. I'm feeling pretty tired, so maybe just like an hour or something. Maybe do like 2 or 3 more massive mass outbreaks and then I'll dip. I don't know. As I said, I don't exactly have a goal for today. It's just like, you know, let's look for some shinies. Yay. Damn you. Oh well, guess we're going back home real quick. Yeah, I think it might be that way. Like, as I said, I'm kind of tired. I've been having issues sleeping for the last few days, as if that's new. But still. Yeah, I need to wake up tomorrow. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, and as I said, I'm still looking forward to Friday. That's not Friday, wrong day. Saturday. That's gonna be a fun one. If I actually manage to do it. As I said, for the past 2 weeks, luck hasn't been in my favor. Or life hasn't been in my favor. Either or. God, what else can I talk about? I'm running out of ideas. I'm saying that I've always run out of ideas. I never have ideas when I do shiny hunting. I just talk and hope it works. And if I have people, you know, who are actually watching it, it's so much better because then I can reply. No, 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 no. Thank God. This at least Bicycle Lizard doesn't do. But this was great. I hit the tree and it like just summoned itself. Braviary. Oh, I'm far away. I'm wrong. It's like closer to here. Let's get the detour. Oh, it's the rules. They're so cute. Oh, I think this is the closest, and then this, and then do these two, or like this circle-ish. Where must I go next? Over there. Oh, I heard a sound and I was like, wait, is that the shiny sound? No, I think that was Zora doing like side beam or something. Moves have sounds too, which is fun. I don't see them, but I don't hear anything, so they ain't shiny. As such, I do not care about you. Whatever that outbreak was. I saw Cricketots, but I don't think it was a Cricketot outbreak. I think the Cricketots were just there, chillin'. What else to do? Oh, those Pikachus! That's so cool. I was thinking about this yesterday, but I think this is why people have like a friend or something when they're shiny hunting, or they're doing it in like pairs. I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but oftentimes when I see, I don't watch shiny hunting much, maybe that's why I could be wrong, but like I feel like oftentimes when I see shiny hunting, it's done in like at least pairs, you know, more than one person, certainly. And I'm thinking if this is why, because when you have a story, you're just like reacting to what's happening, but when you're just shiny hunting, you're oftentimes reacting to nothing, because a lot of times it's just a lot of nothing before shiny finally appears, and then it's just, you know, a small reaction. Or I guess people have big reactions. I don't. I'm just like, oh yay, it's here, it appeared, it exists. I think I can do this one, this one, this one, then fly over there and do those two. That might have been the most half-hearted, you know, use of or showing of where I'm gonna go next ever. And that says a lot, because I tend to half-ass a little bit. Who shall you be? Okay, I don't see anything. Over there, okay, there. It's the Wurmples, I think. Or it was the Eevees? No, it was the Wurmples. I saw something brown, but that could have just been the trees. That's why I thought it might have been an Eevee, but no, that was just a tree. Don't confuse Eevees with trees. There's a difference. Shockingly enough. Whoopsie. I accidentally pressed DR. I forgot that did something. I think it does the exact same thing it does in Scarlet and Violet, which is, if I remember correctly, because I never used it in Scarlet and Violet, because you can just run into encounters. I'm pretty sure that's how you throw the Pokeball to fight Pokemon. Again, don't use it much in Scarlet and Violet, because, as I said, you can just run into things. Why would you use this one? You can just, you know, kamikaze into that. It's much easier. Oh god, Abras. I shouldn't run into things so head on, because Abras, for instance, tend to teleport away. Like, immediately. I need to be more careful. Wait, not you here. You run. There should be one here, and then there should be, like, around the Scythers on the other side. Yeah, here-ish. I have 2 shiny Kadabras, I don't need any more. Like, it's nice of you, but I genuinely do not need more Kadabras. I do need a shiny Abra, though. I'm gonna try to get a shiny 11 Pokédex. It might take ages, and it might be impossible with my current streaming schedule, with me doing it just, like, in bits and pieces here and there. But nonetheless, I wanna try it. Okay, I think living dex is impossible for me because I don't reset for like legendaries and stuff. And without those training, you can't have a living dex. But point stands. I have no clue what point, but point stands. Yeah. God, this was super short, but I think I'll be ending for today. I don't know why, but I'm getting super tired, even though I thought I wasn't, which is kind of annoying. But it is what it is, sadly. So yeah, I think that's it for today. I want to see my Pokemon so that I can see the shiny. Oh god, where did it go? I don't see you. It should go here, right, into this pasture. Am I just blind? I think I might be. All pastures is plus. Oh, it's because I'm too far here. Oh, here it is, here it is. Oopsie. Here you go, among your friends. Oh, I have a shiny Alakazam. Alright, I leveled up I leveled a Kadabra. I forgot about that. And wait, I have 2 Kadabras? And an Alakazam? It is shiny. Huh, I didn't know that. Whoopsie. This is full of revelations. Yeah, but I think this will be it for today. As I said, I'm super tired for some reason. But I'll be back with more Pokemon next Monday. And I will be back with more known Pokemon on Saturday. That will be very exciting. And I will actually talk a lot during that because I will have stuff to do during that. So there will be a lot of talking. Swear. So thanks a bunch for watching and see you hopefully either Saturday or next week. Have a great day or night and bye bye.